Hi, this is Rik Palieri, and welcome to another chapter in the Songwriter's Notebook. And boy, do we have a show today in the VCAM studios. I mean, this place has been jumping because there's so much excitement because A2VT are here and they're going to do some of their music. They're going to talk about their journey coming from Africa to Vermont. I think that you're really going to enjoy this show, and we're going to kick it off with their kind of hit song about wave your flag. Hit it!
For Africa, brother, I made the race you well, daddy the race you well, now you to give me. Nobody knows what we go through to make a difference, to make a change in this world, takes patience. They have a culture to bring us down, they don't understand. To be happy, we must make change. You better believe it, we will make a change. They're sure gonna see it. We wanna stay mad. They better believe it. We won't make a change. They're sure gonna see it. We wanna stay mad. Someone could feel like that. We're not here to cause problems. We're here just to live life. Jump in the air, wave your flag. Never give up, don't ever stop. Jump in the air, wave your flag. Never give up, don't ever stop.
That was pretty amazing. And I'd like to bring out the manager, Dave Cooper, over here. Dave, how you doing, man?
Good.
It's so great that I know that you had a really, really long night last night, drove in from the snow to come to the VCAM studio today with the band. And I just thought it was so important, after I witnessed that, I know they have a brand new CD we're gonna be talking about.
Yeah.
And I went to the CD release party, and you know what I saw there was empowerment.
Yeah.
I see that this band is sending out a signal like nothing I've really experienced locally. they are getting people who have come from Africa and other people as well to have pride and have dignity in their work. How did this all come about?
Well, some of them have been here. The group started around 2008, I would say, and there was a large influx of people from Africa and other countries as refugees here, and so they were a little bit invisible for a while. And then, we started making music, and we put out a song called "Winooski, My Town," and suddenly people started paying attention. Who are these guys? What are these guys singing about Winooski? And Winooski wasn't getting a lot of love at the time. And then suddenly Winooski was getting a lot of love. And it was from this community. And so I think it really showed the original community who was here before that, wow, a new way to look at Winooski, a new way to have pride, civic pride, right? But for the community who they represent, it was also pride, because they were, we're not invisible. We're really here. We're really ownership in the whole picture. So it did bring a lot to bridge the communities, the original at-large greater community of Vermont and Winooski and Burlington, with the new American community, or the community of people who came here as refugees.
I really like that, the word "new Americans." I was looking, for the way to describe, not just, having people who, have migrated here from other countries, but that they chose this country. They are new Americans, and that is a really important thing. And this song that we just heard, "Wave Your Flag," this is a songwriting show. And one of the reasons that I thought it was important was because of the songwriting that's going on as a collective.
Yeah.
And I thought we'd bring some of the members, and I wanted you to bring some, what was the first one that you wanted to bring up here?
Well, as far as this song called "Wave Your Flag," we have a style, we have a musical style that we do, and one of our members, Mix, which is MEAX, was offering some songs that were good, and some of them I said, it'd be really nice if we had like a world music anthem about a positive message. So why don't you write it? He's like, okay, I will, and he did. So he came with the original idea that you just heard the band perform. So yeah, we could bring him up and we could talk about that.
Coming up. Yeah.
Well,
all right, Nick.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, good to have you on the Songwriter's Notebook. You stand right
Thank
here.
you very much.
And why don't you tell the folks a little bit about, how did this idea of the song, start to, become a real song?
Overall, the whole idea of becoming a whole entire full song, it was when the other two members came together. We all came together, and they brought their portion of the piece of the song which was missing. But originally, I just had one piece of the idea, which was the chorus, "Jump in the air, wave your flag, never stop," and I brought that, and they took that topic and they started cutting it down and explaining what does it mean for waving your flag, why do we need to come together, and all that stuff.
All right. I think what we should do is we should do another song.
Yeah.
And what's that song going to be?
"You My Number One."
You're My Number One.
And that's a new It's our new single and our new video, which there is more information about on our website, which is A2VT.com.
And let's see if we have that one ready. You ready?
Ready.
All right, they're ready.
They're ready.
Single, come here, mama. Come this with papa. I will tell your daddy. Don't tell nobody. Come here, mama. Come this with papa. I will tell your daddy. We go tell everybody. You my Africa, baby. You my Africa baby, you. You my Africa baby, you. You my Africa baby, you. You my number one. You my Africa baby, you. You my Africa baby, you. You my Africa baby, you. You my number one. You my Africa baby, you. You my Africa baby, you. You my Africa baby, you. You my number one. You my Africa baby, you. You my Africa baby, you. You my Africa baby, you. You my number one. You my Africa baby, you. You my Africa baby, you. You my Africa baby, you. You my number one. You my Africa baby, you. You my Africa baby, you. You my Africa baby, you. You my number one.
Lazima tuwanyonge.
From the brand new CD, this 20 Infinities. And David, you know, you want to talk a little bit about this. I know one of the cool things is that last night at the CD release party, we saw a video with that
Yeah.
song, right?
Yeah.
And you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. The video was directed by Jackson Stone, who we met here at VCAM.
At VCAM?
Yep. And we recorded the song a little while back, and then we went back and re-recorded more of it recently for putting it out on the album. And we kind of held this one back a little bit because we thought this would be the main single of the album. We wanted to wait until the album was released to have that single to release with it. So the album came out, single came out, everything on the other 2 days ago.
And you know, the people who are watching this program, you can go to the website, and your website is?
A2VT.com, as in Africa, 2VT, Vermont.
And you have a lot of photos on there, and
do.
And you have a lot about the story. Now, the cool thing is that anyone who's been following this band knows that they have a bigger story than just their music. They have, you know, this story about coming from Africa. And I thought we'd bring up one of the members that could talk a little bit about that journey.
Sure.
Who would you like to bring up?
Oh, we could bring up Poji.
Poji?
Come on
All
down.
right.
Poji, come on down.
All right, Poji. Good. Glad to have you here. So, Poji, you want to talk a little bit now? When did you come here from Africa?
It was July 30, 2007.
Mm-hmm. And was it something that that you were dreaming about back at home, about coming here? What was your expectations of coming to Vermont?
The dream I had is to be a musician. So that's the only things I bring from Africa to here. And then maybe I bring some knowledge that I know I want to share to the people from Vermont.
Were you doing music back at home?
Yes, I used to be a dancer,
A dancer? Well,
and a
you
songwriter.
songwriter. And how did you meet up with this group?
We met up at school, BHS,
Uh-huh.
and some of us, Winooski.
Great,
High
great.
School.
And so you were involved in this songwriting collaboration now, you know, with the other members, and you get different ideas, and
Yes.
and how do you put together a song as this collaboration?
We pick a topic, like the title, and then we talk about what we want to sing about. That's like a wave your flag.
Yeah.
So it's a unity song, and number one is a love song. So we're gonna talk about love. We talk about love. Talk about unity. We talk about unity.
Was it difficult when you first came here
Yes, and to English
to learn how to speak English?
and to get communicate with the other kids.
Yeah, yeah. So you were really glad to kind of meet this band of musicians and to find a home.
Exactly.
And I think, you know, what we were talking about earlier was this idea that you are really creating an energy to your community that is very, it's hard to describe, but when you see it, you know it. You know, from the littlest ones
To the big one.
to the old guys. Everybody's dancing and singing the songs, and I think that's really cool. And so I wanted to make sure that we got in this next song, and this is the song about Together, right?
Yeah, it's called Let's Get Together. It's about unity. It has a lot of influences. It has rock and roll influences. It has African influences, Talking Heads and Beatles influence. It has Bernie Sanders influence. It's a real mixture of a lot of different things. And it's in English and in Swahili. The last song you heard, Yuma Number One, is in Swahili, mostly, and English. And this one as well. Some of the songs we have are in the language called Mai Mai, which is the Somali Bantu language, but not the ones that we did here today. But on the album, a lot of the songs are also in Mai Mai.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really cool because you're educating so many people about things that, you know, we have this vague knowledge, you know, and we see, you know, different types of groups that are dressed in costumes or things like that about the old traditions, but we don't know enough about what's happening now.
Yeah.
You know, and I think this is what this kind of an explosion is that you're doing something, taking the roots from your past, combining it with the American experience, and bringing out something brand new.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So let's get ready for the next song there. All right. Get back on the dance floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, including the kids, for this community, this is fantastic. Let's pray together. Let's live together. Let's dance together. Amen.
Does she know it's not complicated? Live life, not be hated. Only you and I can change it. Now or never. Talk about the situation. People living in a desperation. End to end, across the nation. Let's get together. To ombe wote. Ombe the wetu wote. Tusaidiane wote. Kila kabila zote. Tuimbe wote. Lugha zetu zote. Let's get together. Let's get together. Let's get together. It's time to get together. Let's get together. Let's get together. Let's get together. We got to get together.
No, 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 no.
La 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 la.
No, 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 no.
La 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 la. Just a world full of confusion. Spin around, need a revolution. We're gonna find a real solution. Feels like we waited forever. One thing I know, I'm motivated. Spit high, so elevated. We're gonna change it before we fade it. Let's get together. To ombe wote. Ombe the way to wote. Tusaidiane wote. Kila
great song. You know, David, there's a lot of history in this group, and you were talking about, you know, some of the early members, and Saeed is one of them.
Yep.
And let's bring Saeed
Jillib.
back over here.
Jillib. It even has his name on his shirt. So.
All right, Jillib.
How you
Good,
doing?
good.
Jillib
So
Stan
so
Jillib.
happy to have you here on the Songwriter's Notebook, and you know, giving your group a chance to be heard by a different audience, maybe than is used to hearing you. You know, because the show that I do goes out to a lot of people who are really into songwriting, and so I wanted to know, what challenges do you have as a songwriter working with this group?
But you know, songwriting, so it's all about having fun with your lyrics. You know, playing around with your lyrics, something that has like more than 1 minute. You know, that's what I think about when I write songs, and that's the good challenge for me. You know, when I say one word has like more than 1 minute, and I write my mind, and I write English. I don't write Swahili, but I speak a little bit of Swahili. And when I write my mind, I think about that. You know, what words that has 2 minutes. You know, and one of the songs that is in the album is called Korongat, and that's like 95% of it, my mind. And I have a lyrics that goes to
Well, I think that's an interesting thing that you do, is that you mix together both English and African language into, that's what I'm saying, you're kind of combining things to make something
Yes.
new.
Yeah, that's what makes it unique. If I represent myself as an Africa to Vermont, and I call myself I'm an A2VT, I gotta carry the Africa with me, you know, and the VT, that's where I'm at. And the VT, the language that everybody knows, is English. So I have to carry that, and I have to carry the Africa, the motherland, you know. So I have to combine them together and bring it to the table. I think that's what makes it unique.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a song that we have that has all the languages on it. The story of the journey of refugees from Africa coming to not only America but the Western world, you know, other countries, host countries, and that song is called Ghetto. It's about the plight of refugees. And we if you guys want to do Ghetto, we could do that.
we can fit that
It
in.
has Mai, it has Swahili, it has English, and it has a mixture of different perspectives
Right.
of each member, what they went through. you know.
Okay, let's do that. I think Jeffrey's ready.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Y'all ready?
Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing.
Yeah, man.
Keep doing your thing. Everybody get time. Running out of time. In the ghetto. Put your hands in the air. And say,
Born in the ghetto, raised in the ghetto.
the last two members that we didn't meet yet.
We have Mr. Olive
Mr. Olive
and King B9.
with his fancy shoes.
Yeah.
Wow, man, you are quite the dancer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I dance a lot.
You dance a lot, I'll tell you.
And I created most of these.
You've created most of the dance
Dance
routines.
moves.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yes,
we're
yes.
gonna have to say goodbye. So let's get everybody back out there, see if we can get a little bit of music going. Do one last dance as we're going out. This is the brand new CD, and it is
20 Infinity.
20 Infinity. So let's say goodbye now to the
Ciao.
so long. And I don't know, do we have any music? Do we have any music there?
Press any button.
Press any button.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Dance. Thanks.
Sister, I mean they raise you well. Daddy, they raise you well. They carry mana for Africa, brother. I mean they raise you well. Daddy, they raise you well. Now you they give me